real quick. But this is a bonus for anyone who is in our WhatsApp private executive group. I know you guys want to earn more Tetherball coins, so this is exclusively for the WhatsApp executive group people only. 1,000 points. You got to come up to the speaker, ask anything, answer anything, but you got to come up to the speaker. 1,000 points. Okay, so this is a bonus for the people in the WhatsApp executive group only. So we're gonna get things started here in about 3 minutes. Let me call a few people to get in. I gotta invite people from my DMs. I gotta send out a DM blast to get people in. Those who just joined, I want to repeat, this is for those who are in our WhatsApp private executive group only. 1,000 points. I know you guys want more Tetherballs because it's going up. So 1,000 points, it's still 1,000 Tetherball. It's 1 for 1. But like I've been saying before, as Tetherball goes up, 1 point can drop. It may not be 1 Tetherball anymore. So accumulate what you can. And you got to be up on a speaker. Okay, you have to be up on a speaker. You can ask a question, make a comment, anything, as long as you're up at the speaker. So give me 2 to 3 minutes to invite more people from my DMs, and then we'll get going. All right. Those who want to come up, you can start requesting the mic now. So, and those who are not in our private executive group, if you come up to the speaker, you get 300 points. Okay, just 300 points. So that's why being a part of the WhatsApp private executive group, it's more privilege. Okay, so 300 points for non-members. Okay, but of course you guys are all in the Tetherball community. 1,000 points for being in the WhatsApp executive group. You got to come up to speaker. Now, give me 2 to 3 minutes. I'm going to add everybody up. Let me invite more people to get into the room. So give me a second. I don't want it to be on speaker. So here's what we're going to do. Here's the final rules for the space. And then we're going to get going. So number 1, 1,000 points for those who are in the WhatsApp private executive group. You got to come up on speaker, ask a question, say anything, whatever the case may be. And then tag 3 people in the comment, please. We always have to tag because tagging people outside of our community gets Tetherball more known by people, because I've been noticing that people who's been tagged, they say, oh, wow, they've never heard about Tetherball. They're going to check it out. So always tag 3 people outside of the Tetherball community. Don't tag the big guys like Mario and stuff like that. You know, those guys, it doesn't bother them. Okay, so tag the people in the meme coin community. How you guys get those people is go under the big account, like the one I always talk about, this guy named Morad. So go to one of his tweets, go to the comment section. Almost everyone commenting to his tweets, you know, are into meme coins. See, so be smart, okay? These things are not that difficult, okay? So that's the number 1 rule for the folks in the private WhatsApp group. The second rule is for those who are not in the WhatsApp private group, you will earn 300 points. Every point is 1 Tetherball, okay? But you got to come up to speaker, 300 points, okay? For the ones in the WhatsApp private executive group, when you drop your Solana wallet address in the bubble of this space, make sure you distinguish that you're in the WhatsApp. You could just type like, you know, in WhatsApp, okay? So that our interns, when they airdrop you, they don't have to spend too much time looking at it, okay? And then here's the third rule, okay? If you are shy, you cannot come up to speaker and you want to earn some Tetherball, okay? This is the 3rd level. Just follow the rules, okay? Tetherball has 1 singular rule, and Tetherball gonna drop it in this particular space too as well. Follow all of the rules, and then, you know, just say one thing about this space that you hear, you know, that we're gonna start soon, okay? So I'm gonna repeat one more time, because it seems like everybody is always having problems with these rules, and I specifically share the rules from the beginning so that if we need to, we can always go back and replay it if anybody has any quote-unquote, you know, questions or whatever. So number 1, 100 points, okay? I mean, not 100 points, 1,000 points to those who are in the Tetherball WhatsApp group. You guys know who you are. When you add your address in the comment section of this space, make sure that you say that you're in the WhatsApp group, and then you'll get your 1,000 points, which is 1,000 Tetherball, okay? Those who are not in the WhatsApp group, you can earn 300 points, which would be 300 Tetherball. Follow the rules, and then drop your Solana, but you both got to come up to speaker. The 1,000 points and 300 points, you got to come up to speaker. The last level is those who do not want to come up to speaker because you're shy or whatever the reason it is, okay? You can earn 100 points, which is 100 Tetherball coins. Following the rules, Tetherball just dropped the rule, and I'm going to pin the rule up here, okay, on the thing. Follow all the rules, and then make a comment in the bubble about anything you've heard from this space, which we're going to start right now after I pin the rules to the Jumbotron. All right, we are ready to go. Peg, I saw you first, so it's gonna be, let me add everybody. Peg is gonna go first, and then I saw CryptoChick is gonna be second, and then I saw Achira is gonna be third, and then I saw Crypto Super Tramp is gonna be fourth, and then I saw DeFi Mayor fifth, and then I saw Spekmarshal sixth, and then I saw Meme Maniac 7. Okay, so, and then lastly is Crypto Mike. Okay, so we're gonna go into that. We're gonna go in that order. If I forget, and Stitch, you're gonna be last, of course. So that I think we're maxed out with speakers now. So as soon as we're done with some folks, we're gonna bring you guys up. If I forget which places you were in, I just gave you your place. So speak up if I forget. Okay, so you guys know your places. Okay, so let's get the ball rolling. Peg, you like to ask a question? You want to say something, or what would you like to do? Go ahead, Peg.
Hi, Jenny. Thanks so much. Thanks for the space and everything. I'm interested to see what you have to say in the heading there, the KOLs versus market makers, because I just, I'm just learning about a lot of that. And, I understand you to be a KOL in my life, at least. So maybe you can talk about all those differences, and I know what market makers provide, but I really don't know how it works. So I'd be excited to hear you. And I made a new meme here. I made a little video.
Yes, I'm seeing it. You're great with these memes, with these mouth and eyes. All right, Peg. So that I don't spend 3 hours, so that I don't spend 3 hours online today. We still have so much to do behind the scenes. I am going to move things very quickly so that we could get as many people as possible, so that you guys can earn your points. Tetherball is going up, and so people want more Tetherball. Now I'm telling you guys, there's gonna be a FOMO, even more. So anyway, here's what Peg was asking, which is the title. Obviously, those who are in the Tetherball community, we do compare ourselves with Bitcoin. We were the first cryptocurrency to put out a thorough analysis, which is on our website under Substack. Go to tetherballcoin.com, click on Substack, where we compare Tetherball with Bitcoin, the pros and cons, and that we're the first one that says that Tetherball has the same DNA as Bitcoin. And no righteous mind yet have disputed that, because you know why? Because they know we're correct. Okay, so that's between Tetherball versus BTC. The second part, which is what Peg is asking, is KOLs versus market makers. Now, I sent out a tweet this morning that talks about KOLs. Okay, so I follow this account. That is called this account is called Coinfession. Instead of confession, it's Coinfession. Okay, so if you read that, I just pin it in the jumbotron. So that Coinfession, let me just read it really quick so you guys all understand where we're at. Okay, the tweet says, "I genuinely don't care. I'm gonna just say it. I'm a pretty well-known influencer slash KOL on Solana Twitter, and I dumped the fuck out of my bag on my followers, and I don't regret any of it. I'm here to make my bag. I don't give a solitary fuck about them and their money." Okay, so that's a confession or a Coinfession from a KOL. Okay, I knew about this. Okay, I knew about this, and how I can prove it. Okay, is that from the very beginning when we first launched Tetherball, I work closely with Nani. Everybody knows that Nani is one of our lead ambassadors. She and Sam are the lead ambassadors. She brought me a lot of KOLs because people approach her. I talked to a lot of KOLs on Discord. Okay, a lot of KOLs wanted to be Tetherball's KOL. Okay, so this is how I'm going to answer you, Peg. Is that KOLs and market makers, they are very similar, but I believe KOLs are even worse. Okay, those who don't know about market makers, I will highly advise that you go to tetherballcoin.com, go to Substack. We have a thorough analysis piece that is pinned, on the Substack. And in there, you will see that we talk about market makers. Just scroll down to the section where it says market makers. And I'm just going to give you a quick summary. I know market makers very well because I used to be one on Wall Street, but being a market maker on Wall Street and being a market maker in cryptocurrency are two totally different things. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about being a market maker on Wall Street. I believe that being a market maker on Wall Street is much better, less fraud, less scam, less manipulative, and it's not a pay to play. Yes, I'm using the terms pay to play. In the cryptocurrency world, because of the lack of regulation, and guess what, folks? As soon as Trump is in, it's going to get more fun. Well, I was going to say it's going to get worse. Worse meaning that there's not going to be any regulation. But when that happens, I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. I've said this since Trump won on the night of the election, and I use the terms Wild Wild West. What that means is Trump has a token. Elon Musk is behind DOGE. Obviously, he named a department after DOGE. For the peer purpose, of course, we all know. Whenever there's a tweet about that department, DOGE going to run. Okay, we all know about it. It's in crypto. Okay, so they're going to pump the shit out of cryptocurrency. I'm going to repeat. This is a recorded space, and this is Tetherball space. So we're probably going to take a copy of it. They, in terms of Trump and his people, are going to deregulate, okay, the cryptocurrency space. Because why? Because they're going to benefit. Benefit what? They each have a bag. If they don't have a bag, they're going to get a fucking bag. You guys get me? Like Trump, okay? If you want Bitcoin to be pumped, he's going to say, who's giving me a bag of Bitcoin? Okay? Elon is already set with his Dogecoin. Trump and his family are going to pump their bag, which they're going to have a token. That this is not investment advice. As I'm naming these tokens, I want to make it very clear. Okay, I've always say it. Tetherball is here to educate. Okay, you can attest my information, do it kindly, and I welcome that. Okay, but all of the names I'm name dropping. They're not investment advice. So if you listen to one of our spaces and you buy something that we said and you come back and you say, well, I heard Jenny say it. Well, I'm going to say it right now. Fuck you, because you're on your own. Okay, we're not here to give anyone investment advice. So I'm going to name drop. Okay, so Trump and his family has a token with the ticker WLFI. Right now, it's they kind of wrote it where it's kind of regulated. If you go to the website, okay, I've shared this before, but okay, as soon as they are in, Trump is going to get a new SEC chair. We already know that Gensler is already going to resign by the 19th, the day before Trump is going to be in. And then Trump's going to probably put in the biggest crook of cryptocurrency there is. Everything goes. everything's going to go, okay? Everything for crypto, yes. Everything, yes. But for every yes, guess what's going to happen, okay? They're going to get a bag. Who are they? Trump and his family. Come on, people, pick it up. Pick things up. It's not that hard, okay? You're going to hear the most blunt from me, okay? So they're all going to get a bag of Bitcoin, a bag of Doge, a bag of WLFI. You're going to pump it. So cryptocurrency is going to go to the moon, okay? Whatever cryptocurrency you're in, it's going to go to the moon. But I'm not saying any specific one. I'm saying the entire cryptocurrency space. And I'm going to give a disclaimer, okay? And that disclaimer is, even though I'm saying the entire cryptocurrency space might going to go to the moon, the word is might, okay? But keep in mind, there are over 20,000 cryptocurrency, but only 8,000 are somewhat active. So that what tells you is that that's only like 1/3 of cryptocurrency are going to fly. So there are still 2/3 that if you don't know the WTF of what you're doing, you can still buy shit and you're still going to not be rich and you're not going to make shit. Okay, you understand the data? That's the data. Now, let me finalize the answer for pay about KOLs and market makers. Okay, both of them ask you to pay to play. It's called pay to play, meaning that KOLs, some KOLs, and trust me when I drop these numbers because I dealt with them and I said no to all of them. Okay, KOLs will charge you minimum $25,000 upfront. Okay, without proving that they could do shit for your coin. Okay, I've dealt with them. I talked to like 20 dozen of them since Tetherball was listed. This is a truth and a fact. Okay, and you guys know from me when it comes out from my mouth, that means I dealt with them. Okay, I don't make things up. Okay, and Nani knows about this, and Sam, who's also in our community, he kind of got involved lately too as well. KOLs come to us all the time because why? There's no lose-lose for them. Because when they first come in, they can say, oh, I'm a big influencer. Look at my account. You know, I did this, and that. We can pump Tetherball for you. Okay, great. Well, give me the rest of the scoop. Say, well, we're going to charge you $25,000 up front, and we only take Solana, Ethereum, Tether, or USDC. They don't even accept fiat. Did you guys know that? Okay, so let me give a side story. Okay, so one time I tested a KOL. Okay, this is just like a month and a half, 2 months ago. This is a recorded space. I know that. Okay, so I'm telling you guys truthful stories so you guys can learn. Okay, so one time we were almost going to sign with a KOL until I told him, I said, okay, well, 25 grand, huh? All right, give me wire instruction. I'm going to send you a wire. Okay, I still have this conversation in my WhatsApp. And then so the lead KOL would come back to me and said, Jenny, why do you want wire instruction? And I said, well, because I'm a VC. Okay, I'm a venture capitalist and the bulk of my money still sits in fiat. Okay, and so if I'm going to fund this thing, okay, I'm going to send you a wire. Okay, they say, well, you don't have Bitcoin? No, I've been tweeting it out like since day one. I don't have any cryptocurrency besides Tetherball. Okay, so I don't have Ethereum. I don't have Solana. Well, we have Solana now because of Tetherball. Okay, but we don't have $25,000 worth of Solana, right? So then I told him, I said that I'm fine with it. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a shot because I kind of check out everything, and I was gonna give it a shot. Okay, until he said, nah, let me check and I'll get back to you in a few days, which I thought it was really strange, right? And again, none of these KOLs, I know who they are. I don't know who they are. None of them are dogs. I don't know which part of the world they are. I don't even know if they're murderers, okay? Or if they nothing, right? So then he came back to me in 2 or 3 days and he said, Jenny, we spoke with our team, our lead, our lawyers. He did mention that. Our lawyers. And then everybody said no. I said, your lawyer said no? And then he said, yeah, our lawyer said no, we're just going to stick with cryptocurrency. And I said, okay. And then I said, then forget it. I don't want it. And then they asked me, well, why? And I said, because you guys are shady. If your lawyers told you that, that means you guys are shady. That means your lawyers are protecting whoever you guys are. And I'm not going to deal with those people because anytime when they give me wire instruction, I would know if it's a person, a company, an entity, right? So that's why the future of cryptocurrency has to be hybrid. It has to be both. It cannot be decentralized only because anyone who's requesting true decentralization, stay away from them. They're just crooks and you're going to get yourself in trouble because they probably are not AML KYC. Okay, you guys get me? You guys get me? Okay, so back to Peg's question. Okay, both KOLs and market makers, they want a hefty bag in the beginning. You got to pay them 25 grand. Market makers, anywhere between 50 grand to 100,000. We wrote about this in our analysis piece and they're facts. Okay, but then they both going to do the same thing. Just like that confession that I just shared with you guys. They're going to dump on your token. The same thing as market makers. Okay, they're just going to dump on it. Okay, so that's why with Tetherball, we are adamant because of the amount of information that I do know, okay? We're adamant of not utilizing KOLs, okay? Because we do not want people dumping. Sometimes dumping is actually not as bad as if it's a planned dump. A planned dump is, it's as soon as they all dump, okay? Your token will never be alive again. It's dead. It's gone, okay? So market makers are more powerful than KOLs because market makers, they know each other. All of the market makers, they know each other and they're going to gang up on you. Okay, but KOLs, there are a few KOLs, most KOLs, they know each other, but they don't get along. They compete with each other. Okay, but regardless, either way, Peg, that's the long but short response. I hope it's sufficient for now. Okay, but if you wanted any more, Peg, I would love to share more with you in our next space or offline or in our WhatsApp Tether group space so that we can save some time, if that's okay. Thank you very much, Peg. So we're gonna grab the next one. I believe the next one is CryptoChick, and as soon as you guys are done, if you guys can drop down, add your Solana wallet, tag 3 people. And if you're in the WhatsApp private group, please mention that WhatsApp private group. And please, I saw this already. Do not drop your responses in multiple tweets. The poor interns are trying to find all of your tweets. Okay, so if you drop your responses, like your address in one tweet, your response tagging people in another tweet, and then and WhatsApp group in a third tweet, you know what? If the interns miss it, you're not going to get your points. Okay, so even if you tweet it in 3 separate tweets, combine them all, connect them. Okay, so we're gonna go to the second person. I believe that is CryptoChick. Go ahead, CryptoChick. CryptoChick going once.
Yes, yes, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm right here. GM, Jenny.
Hello.
Yeah, GM, everyone, and the speaker room and the listener session. Okay, I might just have to go straight to the point. And my question is this: TBALL is not using a KOL, but it seems to be rising, like going higher, higher, and higher.
Oh, hell yes!
Most.
Keep going, keep going. I like what I'm hearing.
So I would really want to, like, it seems you're doing a lot behind the scenes for this, like, because it got me wondering, what could that be? Like, you're doing a lot for real. So that is an absolute question. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, so here's the thing. That's a great question. And you know what? If you guys go on the Tetherball account, I'm gonna pin it again. I'm gonna hold on. Let me just pin it to the jumbotron here. Pin it to the jumbotron. Pin it to the jumbotron. Okay, I'm gonna pin this on the jumbotron. All right. So you guys see the pin on the jumbotron? There's a yellow quote that says Tetherball grassroots movement. No pumps or dump. No pumps for dumps. Built different. Okay. So instead, in addition to that post, okay, that quote, read what Tetherball's tweet. It says T-Ball Alpha. Trump's grassroots movement triumph over Kamala's celebrity endorsement. That's the same unstoppable energy drives T-Ball. No KOLs, no pumps, just raw grassroots impact. So that's the long and short response to CryptoChick, and I'm going to elaborate a little bit further. We were watching the Trump and Kamala election very closely. I mean, even those of us who are not in America. And we learned that Trump won, okay? After Trump won, we've also learned that Kamala overspent $20 million that she's trying to raise to pay up that debt. So Kamala pay a lot. It seems like the word is pay. I thought all of those celebrities were like free and endorsing her. I saw an invoice even from Oprah, okay, that sent to Kamala for like $1 million. There was 2 transactions, $500,000 each. So anyway, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it because I cannot confirm if those are true or facts. A lot of people that came back to me from from those celebrities, they say, Jenny, if Kamala wins, then it's fine. But because Kamala lost, and we don't want to lose face, so we have to pretend. It's such a fake world out there. We have to pretend that we're charging her, but we're not charging her, so that the world knows that we're not really endorsing a person who lost. But but Kamala was just hiring us as a celebrity, so that because we're there, so we have to say good things about Kamala. It's just a bunch of bullshit. The only celebrity that I was totally respect is Cardi B. Okay, Cardi B, she say it on her Twitter. Cardi B is exactly like Jenny Tong. Okay, she say it as is. She tweeted out, she said something, I'm not quoting her, but she said something like, fuck it, I'm gonna be truthful. I didn't charge Kamala anything. It was me. I volunteered. I thought she was a better candidate. She lost. Oh well, that's Cardi B. I would buy her records any day, anytime. Okay, all of the other celebrities, I think they're just fake. Okay, so that's what I've heard. But back to CryptoChick's question is that grassroots will always be sustainable over pumps and dumps. That's the reason why in the quote, the yellow quote from the Tether account, it said hashtag pumps for dumps. Okay, right? It's that what the quote says. Pumps for dumps. That's a very good hashtag, because why would you pump something if you're not going to dump it? Right? So if Tetherball doesn't believe in KOLs, we don't hire KOLs. So therefore, we're not pumping, correct? And Tetherball is still going up. Tetherball is going up because of this community. Because of first it was the co-founders, they got tired. Okay, so they all taking a break. I don't know how long of a break, but it's fine. Okay. Kamz, Michele, Kuan-Ning, they all started out, sharing about Tetherball with me. And then they all have life, I think it's been 2 or 3 months, and then they kind of got tired. It's for mental health. So you got to respect that, right? Of social media, of Twitter. Okay, so they all step back. I'm fine with that. I'm still here. Okay, I'm an Aries. I'm still here. Okay, so they step back from it. You know, and so grassroots. Okay, education, substance, knowledge, adding utilities to Tetherball. Oh, you guys wait until we're gonna put out some polls. Oh my God. Again, our graphic designers we have 3 and they're like way behind. Okay. And so we got to wait for some of these posts. 90% are done now. And then we're going to start dropping them soon. I've shared one this morning in our WhatsApp private group. They're not allowed to share it until Tetherball tweets it out. But other than that, again, just basically peer grassroots movements. And as words get out, people going to get themselves a bag regardless. And those are the types of bag hodlers that you want. Because those bag hodlers, they buy it just like Bitcoin. I saw it like yesterday. Someone bought Bitcoin back in 2010, 2,000 Bitcoins, 2,000 of them. And they barely moved it to a cold wallet. So that tells me that they're looking to sell. So if you guys do the math, back in 2010, how much was Bitcoin? $100? How much is Bitcoin now? $91,000? And that person owns 2,000 Bitcoins. Those are the types of hodlers that the Tetherball community wants. Okay, so if I have not made that clear, that is the response. So I normally, we in terms of Tetherball community, compare ourselves with with Bitcoin's DNA, right? With Bitcoin's DNA. That's one thing that is a fact. Okay, another fact is we're gonna build grassroots like Bitcoin. No pump. Bitcoin never had a pump. Well, and then until the Bitcoin maxis started to come in and it became toxic, right? But we're gonna make sure that the Tetherball community is not gonna be toxic. I don't like toxicity. Okay, so no. Okay, otherwise I'll be a hypocrite of, of calling other communities toxic, and then Tetherball is also toxic. So we're not gonna go there. So, CryptoChick, I hope I answer you. Thank you so much for stepping down. Who was number 3? I don't know who's number 3 anymore. Oh, Achira. You know what? I'm gonna let you go, Achira, and then and then Dave. Okay, Achira, go ahead.
Hi, Jenny.
Hello.
My question is, I've been wanting to ask this question. Can we get our degen friends to like buy people? And these guys, they invite all of their friends to buy a particular token. Probably when they pump the token, they dump. So I want to ask first before getting them to like buy table.
Okay, so here's my thoughts, right? I personally don't like degens. Okay, I think degens are just a bunch of bros. And I mean true bros. Bros are like dudes, not because the word bro. It's not gender, right? A girl can be a bro too. I've heard in these spaces they call a female a bro. So the word bro is gender neutral. Okay, so you guys see what I'm talking about? Jenny Todd knows her stuff. Okay, so I think I'm pretty cool. Okay, because I've been in these spaces. Okay, so so anyway, these degens. I hope that the Tetherball community is not going to turn into a group of degens, because of course I just told you guys I hate degens. Okay, degens are jerks. Okay, I think degens are jerks. Degens, most of them they don't know shit, but they get on the speaker and pretend that they do know shit, and that's where they spread misinformation about the crypto space. Okay, and so back to your question, Achira, is that how your question was, how do we get degens to buy Tetherball? Okay. I would answer it in terms of how do we get the world to buy Tetherball, not just degens. Because if you're looking at degens only, you just say it in your own question. Degens, they come in, they load up a bag, and then they're just going to dump it. Okay. Degens have 0 loyalties. So I don't care about degens. Okay. I'm looking for, those Bitcoiners, like I've just shared with you guys. There's a Bitcoiner that I read 2 days ago that he owns. I'm going to find that tweet. Okay. He owns 2,000 Bitcoins back since like 2010. According to the blockchain. Okay, so so those kind, and yesterday in our WhatsApp private group, okay, we share a bonus, what we call a spreadsheet. Okay, it's nothing confidential. Okay, those who are in the WhatsApp private group, you're welcome to take a screenshot of that if you want to share it or whatever. We put out prices, the price range that we believe that eventually Tetherball will go up to. Okay, and it's comparable to other other cryptocurrency. Now, I believe on Saturday, we were in a DeFi mayor space, and someone called Tetherball a super utility token. Okay, I love that. But I'm switching it a little bit to a super utility coin, because Tetherball is more familiar with the word coin than token, but they can be used interchangeably. You guys get my point. Okay, so so I'm gonna summarize real quick for Achira is that as a community, which if you guys are part of the Tetherball community, it is absolutely great that, you know, we spread the word, because that's cryptocurrency. Okay. I mean, that is the roots of what cryptocurrency is that, you know, it's Twitter space. I mean, Twitter, it's on Twitter, spread the word, like Dogecoin, you know, get into the community, explain about Tetherball. And I think beginning people are hearing about it. And then as soon, get this, people, as soon, and it's going to get there. Okay. As soon as we hit, like, right now we're at what, a 10 million market cap, probably a little bit higher now. Okay. As soon as we get 30, 40, 50 million market cap, the crypto media is going to pick us up. And then that's when you're going to get the FOMO and the YOLO. And when the FOMO and the YOLO is going to come in, it's going to run all the way to 50 million to 100 million market cap. This happens all the time, all the time. And then more media, traditional media comes in. Okay. And then they're going to say, you know, there is this super utility coin called Tetherball. Here's the history of it. They're probably going to mention my name. Jenny Todd's backing it. You know, first women-led, you know, quote unquote meme coin, utility coin. We're all of those. And then more people are going to hop onto the bandwagon, just exactly like Dogecoin. I was there in 2020 when that happened. So as you can see, that's cryptocurrency. Is a chain of events, and it starts out, you know, it starts out as what you might call it, you know, grassroots. That's what exactly grassroots means. Okay, grassroots mean, you know, is that grassroots movement. How Trump won? Trump won by being in a grassroots movement. Okay, again, I remember during the election. Of course, I'm pro Kamala. For me to praise Trump, I mean, you guys know that's big, right? Usually when I praise something that, you know, or someone that I wasn't pro, is because I see it that they've done it right. Okay, you have to admit when someone is doing something right. Okay, and that part of Trump, there are two things I admit that I praise Trump and Elon Musk. Okay, and I'm gonna say right here, right now, and I back that, and that is they work damn hard. Both Trump and Elon Musk, they get themselves dirty, they get into the game. They, you know, just like me. A lot of people say, well, I'm just a VC. I'm the backer. Why am I so involved? Because exactly like Trump and Elon Musk. Look at Elon Musk. He runs SpaceX. He runs Tesla. But during the last 2 months of Trump's campaign, he dropped everything. Elon Musk did. He attended every rally for Trump, and it paid off. It paid off, right? So the thing about it is, Peg, I saw that you're still here, so I'm going to mention just one more thing. It's also on the title of our space. I put VCs and AMA, right? I'm a VC, so I'm going to say about this, right? Venture capitalists love to invest in projects that has a founder and CEO like Elon Musk. There you go. You just heard me again. I'm praising the man. Why is that? Because he is such a fucking go-getter. He is Elon Musk. Okay, that's a part of success. Now, I don't like anything else. Okay, I just like his go-getting approach. Both Elon and Trump. When you want something damn bad enough, you fucking go get it yourself. Okay, that's the thing. And that's Trump and Elon Musk. And that is who I am as well. Okay, and that's why I saw it in them, and I respect them for that. I respect them for that. Okay, so there are a lot of projects that venture capital people like myself, we back. I actually wrote about this. Okay, I'm gonna find that article, and you know, I was interviewed a couple years back, and it was published in ICO, a very well-known media. And I talk about, I forgot this one project. I gotta Google it. It's been a long time. It was backed by Google. Google, the venture capital firm of Google. Okay, after Google funded that project, like hundreds of millions, that gave them like maybe $1 billion unicorn. I totally forgot. I'm gonna find that article. The founder quit. The founder gave Google like the 2 fingers, like fuck you. Just because you have money, that doesn't mean that I'm your guinea pig or something. But there's a story behind that. You know, not all VCs are that way, right? So Google at that time with that particular project, Google said, okay, I'm going to give you the money, but you're going to do whatever the fuck I want, right? So that founder, I was defending that founder. In that article, I was interviewed. I was defending that founder to give Google Ventures the middle fingers and say, you know, fuck you, I quit. You guys can deal with it, you know. But not all VCs are that way, okay? But obviously, VCs like me, we love to back projects that has a founder and CEO like Elon Musk or like Trump. They are go-getters. They get their hands dirty. They get in it. They don't give a fuck. They want it so bad. They want it to happen. That's why I put the word VCs in the title. Okay. So back to Achira. Was it Achira? Yes, it was Achira. Okay. I think I've answered your question. I've beaten it up more than enough. Omar, I saw your DMs, and Omar sent me a DM, and he's absolutely correct. And Omar, I'm just going to read it out. Omar says, degens is also known for gambling. That is true. to see if they get a specific NFTs or a crypto that might pump so they can dump. That's exactly what it is. Degens are basically gamblers. And so they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about your community. They don't give a fuck about your token. Degens or KOLs are part of degens. Most degens are KOL, okay? Most KOLs are degens, okay? But not all degens are KOLs. Did you guys get me that? Okay, I'm gonna repeat. Most KOLs are degens, but not all degens are KOLs. Did you guys get me? Okay, so thank you, Omar. We're gonna move on. I think the next one is Dave. Crypto Supertramp. Go ahead, Dave.
Hi, Jenny. Thank you for having me up. I don't have a question, but I just want to comment and praise you for getting the hype going about the direction that Tetherball is going in the WhatsApp group that you made. You haven't even given us specifics, but you're doing a very good job of getting us excited and hyped up for the future of the token. And yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say, is that I'm very excited for the direction TBALL is going.
Aw. Well, thank you, Dave. And you know what? You guys know me so well in the WhatsApp private group. You guys know that I'm raw, right? You guys know that when I say something, it's not fake. When I say something, that means I'm gonna drop it soon. Okay, soon as in within a matter of days. Okay, and sometimes if it's late, it's not my fault. Again, the last couple of days, I wanted to drop these things for you guys, especially in the WhatsApp private group, at least for you guys, right? But I had to depend on the graphic designers, and you guys gonna understand why. And you guys see it that for the Tetherball community, we have a total of 3 graphic designers, 3, okay? And they're super behind, okay? So there's actually one that I actually sent him, and I'm reading this message to you right now. I gave him this message at 11:45 a.m. It's 2 p.m. now, and I say, look, I'm going to give you 3 more hours to finish up. If I don't have the files, I'm gonna cancel everything. You're not gonna get paid, and I'm gonna give these orders to another one. So he's been fired now. It's been more than 3 hours. So this particular designer has the orders. I give instruction to design certain things for me, right? Since Thursday. Oh my God, okay? And so you see, I got to deal with these things, okay? And so they're late, and there's nothing that I can do with it. And the thing about me is that I cannot put something else. I can't say. I cannot put something out half-assed. Not ass, but ass, ASS, okay? When I plan something, it's got to be 100% complete, and then I'm going to put it out. I'm not going to put it out when it's 85% complete. You guys get my point? You guys understand what I'm saying? Okay. So we had 3 designers going in. Each designer had a bunch of stuff they got to do, right? 2 designers are done now. That's why I gave a scoop inside our Tetherball private group, okay? A post, okay? But I didn't share everything yet because of that 3rd designer, okay? So now that 3rd designer failed me. I'm going to block him. He's gone out of there. He's going to be removed, okay? So I don't deal with people like that, okay? So, okay. So thank you, Dave. Thank you for that. So let's go to the next one. Greatly appreciate you, Dave. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Dave and I know each other in real life. Okay, so I first met Dave when Dave and his partner had a big crypto expo in Dallas, I think a couple years ago. And they invited me as one of their speakers. So we've been friends ever since. I think it's at least 5 or 6 years now. So in real life. So anyway, Dave knows me in real life. So thank you, Dave. DeFi Mayor, I believe you're next. Go ahead, DeFi Mayor. Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. Okay, DeFi Mayor, you're off. Moving you down. Okay, next, we are going to go with, let me see, who do I remember calling? Definitely, I did not call fire. Spekmarshal. Spekmarshal. I remember I call you. Go ahead.
Okay, GM, Jenny, GM, Tetherball. My question goes like this: how we've been hearing everyone talking about the challenges you faced trying to build this project. So I want to know what has been the most exciting development that you've actually accomplished while building this project. Aside all the challenges, what has been the most exciting thing you experienced about this project? And secondly, okay, can I get to ask 2 questions? Okay, secondly,
Yeah, go ahead.
okay, secondly, what has been the most bright investment experience from your angle? Speaking from the VC's angle. Yeah.
Okay. Let me answer the first question. For challenges for Tetherball, I can list 1,000 to 1,000,000 points. They're just challenges everywhere. But I'm not going to bore you guys with it. Because as you know, when you build something great and you keep on building, there's always going to be challenges. As a matter of fact, I just told you guys a challenge about I have to deal with graphic designers, right? There are 3. Good thing we don't only have 1. Imagine if I only had 1, I'll be fuck, right? So that's why we have 3. So 2 out of the 3 came through well. And then there's 1 that's always the case. So he's gone, fire, never going to use him again. But I would say that the happiest that I've ever been with all of these challenges that I got to face, right? I keep writing checks for the project. I keep putting money into the project, okay? Talking to different people, analyzing KOLs, making, this or that decisions, okay? It's just like last night, I think it was in a private WhatsApp group that, I think it was Giant. He, or some of our community members saying that Tetherball is back up to 0.011, or maybe now it's maybe higher, 0.012, meaning it's going up. I mean, I was so happy that I tear up, literally, right? That means that slowly but surely, the thing about grassroots movements is that it hits the people slower than a pump, but when it hits the people, it has more substance. Okay, well, congratulations to those who support Trump that he won, because he did do a grassroots movement. The amount of money that Trump put out versus that of Kamala, I believe there's no comparison. Kamala, within the 100 days, I think she raised over $1 billion, but Trump has a lot of billionaires backers. But I believe that they spent more wisely with their money, or something like that. I don't know. Okay, but I got to give it to them. Okay, so I believe that it's been a few months, through education, through Substacks, through a ton of spaces that I've been on, with the support of the community, support of all of you guys, Jen, Zach, particularly, and of course, starting out, there were Kamz, Michele, Kuan-Ning. Everybody has a phase of where, and then, it's also funny. We're going to talk about mental health too. Actually, on my Instagram, a friend of mine just dropped a thing about his father going through some kind of mental health, and not people talk a lot about mental health. So I get that. So when my team members, even though they are co-founders, if they feel like that being on Twitter so much, Tetherball every day is affecting their personal lives, their families, their kids, or their career, I respect that. I say, you know what? Take all the time you need. If you want to step back, step back. I'm not that type of backer or coach that I would force someone to do something if they're not there. Okay, it's kind of like love. You cannot force someone to love you. Okay, it's either they love you or they don't. Okay, so and these days we have to consider mental health. Okay, so I keep going. Why? Because I'm like a Donald Trump, or I'm like an Elon Musk. Okay, I'm an Aries. It's all fire within me. I don't stop. So Tetherball you can say, is my baby. Why? Because I already put my money where my mouth is. Right? Before I even made a penny. I still have not made a penny with Tetherball, by the way. Have not sold one Tetherball. God is my witness. You guys may say, oh, Jenny's fucking lying. Okay, I can lie to you, but I can tell you now, I don't lie to God. And I'm not afraid of any of you guys in here. I'm only afraid of one person, and that's God. And so if I lie, God's gonna know. Okay, I have not sold one Tetherball, a single one, nothing. I don't even have a wallet that has Tetherball. Okay, so so we're gonna make this happen. We put out a spreadsheet last night. I believe slowly and surely Tetherball is gonna climb. And so that's your first question, Spekmarshal. Okay, your second question is, shoot, I forgot. What was your second question?
Okay, my second question was this: how has the investment experience gone for you? Like how was it?
Oh, investment experience. Okay, sure. I will share this. My private wealth fund. I believe I'm a very good trader. I mean, I'm like 95th percentile. Majority of the time I'm sitting on cash though, but that is too a strategic, right? You don't have, just because you're sitting on, just because you're a trader, that doesn't mean you have to be in it every single day. Like, for example, I'll give you guys something that I've shared with the private executive group. A couple days ago, the private executive group knew that I gave them 2 cryptocurrencies to watch. And I'm going to name one of the 2. Okay. I gave them PEPE. That same day, I bought PEPE. And that same day, PEPE went up 20%. I got in, I got out. Now, if you guys follow my tweets, I did do a tweet that it says, I'm going to put it in the Jumbotron, that I just loaded 2 cryptocurrency. Those who are in the WhatsApp private group, they could put 2 and 2 together and they say, okay, Jenny, just talk about that. So, so some, I mean, I don't bluntly say things, but you can kind of like put 2 and 2 together. But anyway, I just put it in the Jumbotron of that tweet. That tweet was 5 days ago, and I say loaded with 2 cryptos. And one of those, okay, was PEPE. Okay, because you guys should know by now, I don't just say things. When I say things, it's because I'm probably doing something about it. But how is my investment? Number one, when it comes to backing startups, it's horrible. Horrible. Meaning that out of 10 startups, I probably lose 8. Okay, anywhere between 25 grand investment, $100,000 investment, There was one that is $300,000 investment. Kiss it goodbye. Goodbye. Okay. But I run a fund. It's called the Wealth Private Fund. I started out with the Wealth Private Fund at about $20,000 to $25,000. I mean, no, $25 to $30 million, not thousand, million. Okay. That fund now is north of 65 million. And that's only like 1.5 years. Okay. So I made a lot of money in Nvidia. I made a lot of money in trading stocks. Like I was betting. If you guys go to my Instagram, there is still a pin post on my Instagram that I talk about India. So I tap some investment in India, some stocks in India. And if you look at the India stock index, it is the same as Wall Street. It's like it kept on going up. And I also bet a few stocks, in China too as well. Okay, so I'm a trader. A trader meaning that I buy. The only thing I'm a hodler is it's Tetherball, because of course we're building Tetherball since the birth of Tetherball. The Tetherball is just a baby. Okay, so you don't dump on the baby. Okay, when I trade like Bitcoin, Ethereum. PEPE is not a baby. PEPE's been out for like what, a year and a half. Okay, will I ever trade Tetherball? Probably. When Tetherball is not a baby anymore. Okay, but right now Tetherball is a baby. Okay, so I think I do well. I always strive to do even better. Okay, but again, if I want to do better, that means it's more risk, right? So I have to I have to watch my risks. But that's why I kind of stop investing in startup as much these days. Ever since Tetherball is my last one, and I've been so busy with Tetherball that I get pitch decks like every single day. Every single day, the wealth fund, they will get pitch decks from crypto, traditional finance, and I do read them, but it's not my priority at this point, because 8 out of 10 investments that I invest in startups are losers. And I'm sick and tired of losing money in investing in startups. Okay. And so that's why I'm so involved with Tetherball, because I do not want, Tetherball to be a loser. And so that's why I'm so, hands-on with Tetherball. Tetherball is tied to my credibility, my name. I'm the sole backer for it. And so anyway, I'm going too long. Spekmarshal, I hope that helps you. But yes, I make money, I lose money. But that's the part of the game. As long as you make more money than you lose money, then you're fine. But if you go the other way around, then you're fucked. Okay, so I hope that helps. Thank you very much for your question. Please drop down so I can pick some other folks here. Okay, so Zendayya, I'm gonna let you go first. Go ahead, Zendayya, and then we're gonna go Zendayya, Hopium, and then Fire. Okay, wait. Okay, Crypto Mike. Okay, sorry, Crypto Mike. Okay, thanks for reminding me. Okay, because you dropped down. If you guys drop down, I'm gonna forget. So we're gonna go with Zendayya, Crypto Mike, because he was up here before, and then Hopium, and then Fire. Okay, go ahead, Zendayya. Zendayya going once. Zendayya going twice.
Jim, everyone.
Hello.
Jim. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, please,
I
can
can
you
hear
hear me?
you. Yes, keep on going.
Jim, everyone. Jimmy. How is everyone doing? The space is really interesting. Thanks for bringing me up to. My question here is that, what unique problem does TBALL aim to solve in the crypto ecosystem?
Can you ask that again? You're getting buzz. Like bzzz, I can barely hear you.
Okay. I said, what unique problem does TBALL aim to solve in the crypto ecosystem?
What unique problem does
Yeah.
T-Ball solve to help the ecosystem?
Aim to solve in the
In
crypto ecosystem.
okay, into solving, you mean?
Aim. Yeah, aim.
Aim to solve. Okay. Okay, so what problems does Tetherball aim to solve to help the crypto ecosystem? Is that correct? Zendayya? Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna answer that. Okay. Okay, Fire. Okay, so Fire just gave me a thumbs up that was what she was asking. Okay. So here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. I hope with Tetherball, we're going to flip the script on what meme coins are supposed to be, or cryptocurrency are supposed to be. Number one, in the future, but for sure it's not going to be under Trump, because under Trump is going to be all deregulation. So under Trump is all going to be the Wild Wild West, right? I kept saying that, the Wild Wild West, which is good. Okay, that's why I kept saying that in the next 4 years, it should be a prime time for everyone to be filthy rich, right? It's a prime time for everyone to be making a shitload of money. Okay, so if you don't make a shitload of money under a deregulated time frame, then imagine after Trump is done, and then someone else going to come in and they're going to regulate it. You're not going to make money. Okay, so so one of the things that I hope to through Tetherball that we're aiming to solve, not solve, but we're aiming to to further the growth of the crypto ecosystem is that I do hope eventually everybody just docks themselves. I don't like this thing about being undoxed, because why? I literally grew up on Wall Street. Everyone on Wall Street is doxed. Why is cryptocurrency undoxed? I don't get that. Or do you have something to hide? Just like the story I shared, you guys didn't listen to that. This space is recorded. Just go back and listen to the story when I was talking about KOLs, which is the first one, the question from Peg. You know, how this KOL, want us to pay him 25 grand, but his attorney said not to accept a wire. Why? Are you guys doing something like shady? Because a wire would literally point out to you that who you are. I mean, I just think that's just fucking shady. Okay, so so I hope that's the one thing is everybody just docks themselves, just like Wall Street. You can still make billions of dollars being doxed, and if you're undoxed, that tells me that you're just shady. And if you're shady, I don't want to do business with you because you're just shady. Okay, so that's the one thing, Zendayya, that I would like to see more people being doxed, okay, than not being doxed, okay. And then the second thing I hope to see is that I want to see more cryptocurrency have more substance. That's what Tetherball is going to put out. More substance. I want more folks to have not more folks, more cryptocurrency. Not just a crazy crypto sitting on the blockchain, getting a bunch of calls and then pumping it and then you dump it on the people. I think that era is over. Okay, so I think it's time for cryptocurrency. The space needs to show the world that cryptocurrency is not like what the haters are saying. Like, it's just pump and dump and cryptocurrency is just a piece of shit. I have always believed in cryptocurrency. I was the one who fought against all of these anti-blockchain, anti-crypto. The number one, of course, is an attorney called John Reed Stark. I respect him dearly, but everything he puts out would be anti-blockchain, anti-crypto, everything anti. I mean, I wrote a Substack about that. I'm a person that fights back, right? So and I leave trails. I leave trails, right? I mean, I see a lot of memes or a lot of tweets from a lot of crypto bros that says, if I make it in crypto, I'm not going to say anything, but there will be trace, or there will be, you guys have seen those memes, right? And then they have this meme how they drive a Lambo, whatever it is. You guys see those tweets, right? So, but my trace is my Substack. I speak, I straightforwardly, clearly against and pro of what I believe. Like, I was totally against Elon and Trump until they won, so you got to respect that. I think that their grassroots works. I think Trump and Elon, what they've shown the world is that they work their ass off, right? They believe in what they do and it paid off. That's what I believe, So anyway, Zendayya, I hope I answer your question. Okay, so that is it. Thank you very much. I think the next one is Crypto Mike. Go ahead, Crypto Mike.
Yo, GM, I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for giving me the mic. This project, TBALL, is a great project, and I'm very bullish on the project. Thank you for inviting me. So I just have some few questions to ask. Like, what are the specific technical details of the blockchain technology? Are you hearing me, please?
Yeah, can you go ahead and repeat it, please?
Okay. What are the specific technical details of blockchain technology being used, and how does it differ from other blockchain platforms? Did you get that?
Are you talking about Solana, or what specific blockchain are you asking me?
Yeah, Solana.
Okay, Solana. Okay, Solana, without boring the people, okay, we did a thorough analysis about this and we wrote about it on our Substack. Go to tetherballcoin.com and on the top, you will see the button called Substack. Click on that. It's going to take you to our Substack and it's the pinned article. And we thoroughly written in there why we chose Solana. And you know what? We've been dead on. Dead on. Because when Tetherball first came out on, we launched the website on June 28th. Then we listed Tetherball on July 28th. I've been saying it since then, way back then, that I believe, and I'm saying it again, okay? This is not the first time I'm saying it. I'm saying it again. I do believe that Solana is going to beat Ethereum, meaning that I do believe, this is not investment advice, okay, that Solana could be above $1,000, okay? This is not investment advice. And I'm not talking about me, but I'm talking about Solana here, okay? If you guys ask why, it's because Solana has a lot of VCs, traditional VCs backing it. Solana, I believe, is a better blockchain than Ethereum, because Ethereum has very high fees and is very congested. Congested is the word. Again, I'm a builder, so I know WTF what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, so we chose Solana, okay, not because of its low fees, but because it's speedy, fast, very, very fast, easy to build. And not only that, when you build something on Ethereum, your project is called an L2, like Coinbase. They built their project called Base on Ethereum, so Base is an L2. But did you know that Tetherball, while we're what we were built on Solana, we're still an L1. Did you know that? If you don't know that, you need to go learn it, because I don't have time today to coach you guys that. Okay, that tells you guys that I do know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, so so Tetherball is not an L2 of Solana. Tetherball is an L1 of Solana. So Solana, I believe, you can do so many other things. And again, I'm not going to bore the public. Okay, but we chose Solana, and I share in our WhatsApp private group this morning. If some of you guys can help me drop it or pin it, in this group, that'd be great. Solana has been beating what you call it, Ethereum. And I'm going to say two things though. I'm going to give it a but. This is the first time I'm sharing this, and it could be pro Ethereum. Again, listen up, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first time I'm sharing this. Okay. Trump's token, WLFI, it's not being highly touted right now on crypto because the people behind Trump's token created as a security. That means that it's more difficult to buy his token. Trump's token is actually built on Ethereum. Okay, so I believe it's an ERC20. I could be mistaken, okay, but don't mark me on that. Again, I know about Solana more than Ethereum. You guys all know me. When I know something, I'm going to tell you I know something. But when I don't mind saying that I don't know. Okay, I'm not a jackass where I'm going to tell you I know everything, because I don't. Okay, so I believe it's an ERC20. It's a Trump token. But for sure, I do know is that Trump's token is built on Ethereum. So then think about it. So when Trump's token is out, once when Trump is certified, sworn in on January 20th, they're going to move quickly. They're going to deregulate everything, and then they're going to start pumping WLFI. So if they're going to pump WLFI, guess what may take it along? Ethereum. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's not that hard. Okay, 1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 2 is 4. It's not that hard if you use your brain. A brain is what God gave you. Okay, so as of right now, Solana seems like that it's doing well, and there are facts proven that Solana, have more projects. Solana is faster. Solana is everything. Okay, Solana just broke an all-time high. Whereas Ethereum, I just tweeted a meme out this morning. You guys see it on my Twitter page. There's a meme that guy is an ETH holder, because a lot of ETH hodlers, they're so pissed off right now because Ethereum hasn't been moving. And guess what's connected to ETH? A lot of NFTs. A lot of NFTs are not moving because of ETH. Okay, so crypto Mike, we normally don't have follow-up questions, but I'm gonna give it to you. Do you have a follow-up? But that's my answer.
Yeah, I have another question. That is just it. Only one more question, if you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. How does the project plan to balance the need of early investors with the goal of attracting new users and maintaining community growth? Did you get that?
You mean how to balance?
How to balance the early investors?
The early investor?
Yes. And how to
balance with what?
Balance investor, like a goal to attract, like how to attract new users to the community.
Oh, I answered that. A question or two ago. Again,
I was sorry, I was drugging a moment. That's why I.
Okay, no problem. I'm gonna repeat it real quick. Okay. I think this was a Zendayya question or something, but I just answered it a while just shortly ago. Is that our goal? At least for me, that is okay. While attracting new buyers, hodlers, investors are important, but that's not my core. Did you guys know that? And if you guys didn't know that, you guys just heard it right now. My core of being busy for Tetherball is build things for Tetherball, and then it's gonna speak for itself. Okay. For example, if you guys need for me to give you a clear example, okay, is there's a lot of dudes in here, there's a lot of guys in here, so I'm gonna share with you an analogy about a girlfriend for you guys. Right? There are two types of women out there. Okay, when you go out and you seek for a girlfriend, there's gonna be a type of a female that she studies real hard, she gets good grades, she goes to college, okay, and then you can call it like a good girl, right? And then when she gets out of college, she gets that good job, she makes good money. So if you marry her, you will probably know that she's going to be a good wife, a good mother to your kids, right? That's what I'm building for Tetherball, okay? Letting Tetherball go to school, letting Tetherball do this, blah, blah, blah. That's Tetherball. I'm building Tetherball as that good girl. Now, there are the meme coins, and the other side, there's the second type of a woman, which you guys all know. She parties all the time, hangs out with a bunch of dudes. Go one dude with the next dude, right? Boyfriends turnovers. I guess that's the word, right? She doesn't care about school. She just cared, to date rich dudes, so she could get a Chanel bag here, free meal there, travel to Bali for free. You guys know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of those women like that. That's what I call pump and dump. Okay, raw analogy. clearly raw analogy. Okay, there's a difference between Tetherball. If I would have placed an analogy between, there are two different types of women. Of course, there are two different types of men, right? Same as women. So I'm not gender, sexist or whatever here. I'm just happen to use female because a lot of you guys in here are dudes. So, so you see my point, is that, while investing is important, just like the good girl, okay? Of course, I'm sure, when she's going to school and studying and being a nerd and go to college, I'm sure she knows that one day she's going to get married and have kids, but it wasn't her priority. You guys get my point, okay? So having a husband and kids is not her priorities. The same thing with me is having, investors now is not a priority yet because we're still building. We're still building the same way as that good little girl. She's trying to finish school, getting good grades in high school, so she could go to that great college, so she can study, she could go to college, so that when she finishes college, so she can get a good job, a good grade. You guys get my point. I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, I actually just put out an Instagram story about this brother and sister. They're both only 17 years old and they already passed the bar. You know how difficult the bar is? The bar is like being a lawyer, okay? She started law school when she was only 13 years old. I mean, when I saw that, I said, oh, my God, okay? So, and her brother is the same thing, okay? So that's my point. My point is, when that girl, when she was 13 years old, she chose to study law, okay? I'm sure in the back of her minds, she's going to get married one day and have children. I'm sure of that. But it wasn't her priority. Her priority is, I'm going to study law now at 13. And then now she just passed the bar at 17. She's practically the youngest lawyer in history. I think she's going to make the Guinness World Record, right? So now you put 2 and 2 together. So now she's going to be the youngest lawyer in history. Do you think she's going to marry a bummer? Talk to me. Do you think she's going to marry a bummer? Or do you think there's a wealthy man out there, okay, a son of some family that's super wealthy, caught her in the news and say, you know what? And then his parents going to say, you know what, son? You should go marry that girl. Okay? So then somewhere out there in the world, there's going to be a son of some really wealthy family. Let's call him a prince, because obviously if he's from a wealthy family, he's going to reach out to her. That son, that prince, is the type of investor that I want for Tetherball. Do you guys understand me? Do you guys understand that analogy? Because I cannot put it anyhow easier than that. So that's my response to you, Crypto Mike. Greatly appreciate that. Next, okay, I'm going to try to end this in 20 minutes. I cannot get everybody, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm going to try to make it, my response, shorter. But sometimes, as you can see, it depends on the question. I really just get all passionate up, and when I answer, I just got to answer thoroughly. Okay, so I think the next one is going to be Hopium Fire Black Girl meme. Okay, Hopium, go ahead. Hopium going once. Hopium going twice. Gotta
All right,
move it.
guys.
Gotta move it.
Thanks for bringing me off.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, my question is, are there new perks we should look up to for holding T-Ball aside the price going up?
Are there new perks? Well,
Yeah.
at the moment, I'm thinking of something, okay? But here's my honest truth as I'm sharing this with you guys since you asked me, and everybody knows I've been saying this. If you ask, I'm going to give you an honest answer, okay? So if you ask, you're going to get an honest answer. I've thought about it. And on Wall Street, it's called a vesting program. Vesting, okay? But then I thought about it too, that we're in cryptocurrency. Okay, does a vesting program work? Probably. Okay, I haven't really thought about it because I'm still building Bitcoin. There's a lot of things. Hopefully, by the end of the month, we can put everything out. That includes something AI. Okay. Every time when I say something too early, I always get jinxed. That's why I hate saying things so early. Okay, I do believe in jinx. But the drawback about a vesting program is that, I'm gonna make Tetherball like a dictatorship, right? It's like a dictator. You can't sell, Well, right now, if you're in the private WhatsApp group, there's one logical reason. I mean, not logical, legitimate reason why you can't sell. Not that you can't sell. You can sell if you want to. As soon as you sell, you be out of the WhatsApp private group. That's it. Okay? Because like back in the olden days, I've heard from a lot of my dude friends, my guy friends, when Hugh Hefner was still alive, he had this mansion in Hollywood called the Playboy Mansion. I'm sure you guys all heard about this. I've been there. I've been to the Playboy Mansion because I was invited. There was one event. I believe Mark Cuban was there when I was there. So I've been to the Playboy Mansion. It has been sold already since Hugh Hefner has passed away for a few years now. So my dude friends, my guy friends said, Jenny, to be a part of the mansion, you got to follow certain rules, right? Anything. If you're a part of any elites club, you got to follow the rules. And the WhatsApp private group is like one of those elites club for Tetherball. And to be a part of that private WhatsApp group is you get to know what's going on first. before the public. Like, for example, I dropped something in there this morning, okay? And, and I said none of them can share it until they see Tetherball's account tweeted out, okay? So it's confidential information. It's called privilege information, right? And I'm going to drop a lot more. Again, I'm just pissed off right now with that third graphic designer that I'm going to resolve as soon as I'm done with this space. So you see, so the answer is yes or no. Hopium is that, I think for hodlers right now, without offering a vesting program, because I definitely don't want to be like, like a dictator. Like, you got to hold. I mean, look, I talk about Bitcoin maxis all the time. It's very toxic. I don't want to be that. And when you start doing vesting programs and, and then people listen to you or people don't listen to you, it's crazy. So I think that if people want to hold it, they hold it. If people don't want to hold it, they sell it, and then they might regret it later. And if they regret it later, they're going to jump back and buy Tetherball at a much higher price. That might be good. I don't know. Tetherball would be more tradable, more volume. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. So at the moment, it's just, I'm busy building stuff. There's just so much stuff I got to do. I almost spilled the beans right there, but I just held back. So yes and no, Hopium, thank you. But that's the answer. So that's all. Crypto Mike, I'm going to bring you down because I already answer you. Hopium, I'm going to bring you down because I already answer you. We don't have time for, follow-ups here. I'm going to bring Northy up, and then that's it. Okay, Meme Maniac, I know you've been trying. Okay, that's it. I'm not bringing any more people up. Okay, so Black Girl, go ahead. Black Girl going once. Black Girl going twice. Black Girl going 3 times. So that's it for you. I'm going to bring you down. Okay, we got no time. You gotta stay alert. Gotta stay alert. Okay. So next one, Fire. I know I've been calling you. I know you dropped down. So Fire, go ahead.
Okay, GM, everyone. Sorry, I had network issues. Oh, so my question is, how is Tetherball and you, Jenny, in general, be able to cope with backlashes from people? Because behind every successful project, there is always the people supporting and the people like showing that they hate a particular project.
That's a great question, and I think that's the part where I can handle it much better than our 3 co-founders, Kamz, Michele, and Kuan-Ning. I'm built different. There you go. Just like Tetherball. I'm built different. I think I'm tougher. The reason why I'm tougher is because, remember, I was in the Dogecoin community. I was one of their top leaders. Okay. And Dogecoin community is huge. I mean, Benzinga wrote about me, right? So that's my proof right there. I'm just not words. It's on Benzinga. There's Elon Musk, Mark Cuban, Billy Marcus, who created Dogecoin. And then there's me. That's it. There's only 4 human beings. And Benzinga said to follow us. Okay. So that's a news that you can still Google on, I mean, you can find on Google. It's under Benzinga. So my answer is this way. So far, knock on woods, there hasn't been that many backlashes for Tetherball. At least I haven't seen it. Okay. The Tetherball, what do you call it? I'm losing my words. Interns. They haven't shared it with me because usually they do because they take care of the Twitter account. Usually if there is, they would let me know. And then so I would, I would kind of help them how to handle it. Okay. But if I haven't heard about it, that means that if there has been some, they've been handling it fine. That means it's kind of tiny. It's not big. But for me on my Twitter account, I just block people, because I was very pro Kamala and there were a lot of Trump people. I've lost a lot of followers. I think I've lost like 3,000 followers ever since I back Kamala, but it's picking up. Right. And a lot of people left Twitter too. A lot of people. And so a lot of those accounts are probably from the pro Kamala that literally just deleted their accounts. And so if they deleted their accounts, I lose a follower, you see? So how do I deal with haters? I think as we going up more, we might gonna get more haters, but here's the thing though, Fire, that this is what I believe. I believe I have integrity. I believe the team behind Tetherball, has integrity. And I believe when you have substance, when you're docs and you have integrity, okay, it's a lesser of a chance for people to go after you because you're genuine. You're not fake. You're authentic, right? There will always going to be haters regardless of who you are. And whenever I do see those, I'll just block them. It's just very simple. I just block them, and I would advise the Tetherball account to block them too as well. You don't want to deal with it because a lot of these haters on Twitter, if you look at them, they're either new accounts with very few followers, like 5 or 10. And by interacting with them, you're actually giving them a platform. Because if you don't interact with them, no one knows who they are. Okay. So that's why I instructed the interns for the Tetherball Twitter is don't interact with haters, just block them, because the Tetherball account is very active. And when you interact with people, you will, not only you lose your mind, it's a waste of your time, but you're giving them the time of day when they shouldn't. They are a nobody. They're behind a brand new fake account. They couldn't even show themselves. So if they don't even show themselves, why would you even spend a second wasting your breath, to argue with them? So Fire, usually I don't offer follow-ups, but I will let you go ahead. What's your follow-up?
Okay, I just want to say I'm really pained because last week you said I should message you for the WhatsApp community, but I didn't get a response. So that's just what I wanted to add. I mean.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's good. All right. So that's cool. Okay. So thank you so much, Fire. I appreciate that. But again, don't waste time and energy with haters. Be authentic, be genuine, be ethical, have integrity, have empathy. Okay. When you have all that, which all those that I've shared is who I am. And you see, slowly but surely, I'm not a billionaire. Okay. But I've done pretty damn well on my own, being a female and all. Okay. So sometimes being a good guy or a good girl, you don't get that pump, like the meme that you get the pump, like shot up. But you can't get knocked down either because you're full of substance. You're raw. You're real. Okay. So I would recommend you guys, if I'm your coach, I would recommend you guys to be a good person over a bad person any day. Okay. So obviously, so that's my book. But Fire, I'm gonna bring you down so I would know who's who. Next, I'm gonna go Black Girl. You're up again. Black Girl, are you there? Okay, Black Girl, you have one shot. Go for it.
GM Jenny, GM Tetherball, GM everyone. So my question is, there's this fast rising blockchain called Sui. I don't know if you've heard about it.
What is it?
So my
What is
question
it again? Oh,
Sui,
Sui. S-U-I. Yes, I've heard about it.
Yes. Okay. So my question is, if it happens that Sui becomes bigger than Solana, is there a possibility that Tetherball will move?
Absolutely no.
Under...
And I'm sorry. I know a little bit about Sui, and as much as I know about Sui, I can say right now, I think it's a piece of shit. Okay. Now I'm gonna give you guys a little disclaimer. Okay, is that when Solana first came out, okay, I also call Solana a piece of shit. Okay, because as we all know, okay, you have to prove yourself. We all in here, we all know that. You can't just meet someone off the street and you just trust them and make them your best friend. Nobody does that, right? So when Solana first came out, I also call Solana a piece of shit. I tweeted a lot about Solana, how it broke down all the time. It was true. Solana broke down all the time back then. It would break down. Like I would remember I had people come to me, because they wanted me to back their project. And then I say, well, which blockchain are you building on? At that time, Ethereum was in, right? Ethereum was in. And then there's this new blockchain called Solana. And they say, oh, we're building on Solana. And that was what I told them. I said, well, Solana is a piece of shit. And then they said, well, why? I said, well, look at the news. It's down all the time. I mean, you're a builder on Solana. Is it down all the time? And they say, yeah, sometimes it's down like, 6 or 7 hours. Sometimes it's down like 12 hours. Just look at the news. Google the news. 2 or 3 years ago, Solana was down all the time, right? So since then, they fixed themselves. It's just like us as human beings, right? I mean, like, let's just say when I was like 15 or 16 years old, if you guys knew me back then, you guys said, Jenny, you play, which is true. When I was 16 or 17, I usually sneak out of the house and hang around with my friends to go to clubbings. My mom used to hate it, okay? But I don't regret it, okay? So at that time, if you guys were the good kids and you guys knew me, you guys thought I was bad. They say, Jenny, you're just bad. You hang around with bad people. You sneak out of the house and your mom doesn't let you. So your brother helped you sneak out the window so you could go clubbing with your friends. But you see, I'm not bad, right? So if you thought me way back then, I was bad, okay? But I changed myself. I'm in business. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a VC. I just told you all, what I am, integrity, empathy, etc. So you got to change. So Solana changed itself. It doesn't break down anymore. So that's why when we start building Tetherball, we chose Solana because it's good, right? So now with this Sui blockchain, to those who don't know, I do know Sui. It's SUI blockchain. It's a high performance layer 1 blockchain. It's developed by a lab called Miston Lab. But you know what? Good luck to them. Okay. There are hundreds of blockchains out there. Okay. I would use those blockchains before I even use Sui. I mean, I would wait until Sui like 2 or 3 years old to see where it is, just like how I waited for Solana. So right now, okay, Black Girl, I'm going to say the same thing. I think Sui is a piece of shit. So that's my opinion. I have my rights to have an opinion. And even 2 or 3 years from now, if Sui prove itself that it's not a piece of shit, we will never leave Solana. Never. Okay? Because I believe that when you stick with a project and it's going well, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So if Tetherball is keep going up, we're building Tetherball and Tetherballs keep going up, market cap going up. If it's not broken, we're not going to fix it. Why are we moving from Solana to Sui? Okay, so right now, if I were to answer that, I'm going to say that's the stupidest thing for anyone to do is to do that. Okay, so I hope that helps. Black girl, thank you very much. I'm gonna drop you down again. So I'm gonna finish with everybody here. I'm actually going overtime right now. But next, Northy, and then Meme, and then I think it's a wrap. So go ahead, Northy.
GM, guys. I don't know if I can get the thumbs up.
Yes, I can hear you. Go for it.
Okay. I'm not having any questions to ask because I'm on the team. I'm just going to applaud you every day, all day, any space. We gain more knowledge on Solana chain and more knowledge on which meme to go for and which not to go for. You always give scoops. That's why I always call you Jenny. Tough love, hard facts, and mommy chop time. I don't know the Nigerians here will get to understand me. Mommy T-ball, she chop time.
I do give tough
So that's
love.
all
I do with my friends in real life, and I sometimes I lose friends when I give them tough love, you know. But you know what? It's fine. So when I lose them, and then it will be years later, they will come back and they will cry to me. This happened before. They say, Jenny, you know, a couple years ago, you know, I didn't get any better, whatever, because you were giving me tough love, and I didn't understand it. But now I do. But and then I would just say, oh, no problem. You don't have to say sorry. But I would never bring those types of friends back into my life. Okay, so I do give tough love to those who care and who know, because I'm raw. I speak the truth. I'm Lao. Okay, I say it one time. But Northy, thank you so much. I do greatly appreciate it. I did say that for any, you know, there are over 20,000 cryptocurrencies out there. There are about 8,000 plus that has some kind of a market cap or volume. There's probably just one. There are two decentralized, which is Bitcoin and Dogecoin, but there's just going to be one. I would call it the truth coin, which is Tetherball. You will never get a truth coin from anyone but Tetherball. This is a recorded space. So keep this. If you guys catch me otherwise, bring this out and shove it up my face. Okay? So, thank you, Northy. I do believe in tough love to those who care to know or listen. But it's Tetherball, and I'm going to keep Tetherball that way. I mean, look at it. Tetherball is so cute. I mean, look at the logo. I mean, look at the Tetherball. It's super cute. I mean, I love dogs, you know, cats. I love pets, but there's just way too many pets in crypto. Okay? You know, so Tetherball is the only one that's a ball. A cute little ball. Okay? So, Northy, I'm going to bring you down. And the last one is Meme Maniac. Praise the Lord. So I can go. There's lots of work to do. Meme Maniac, go ahead. Meme Maniac, going once. Meme Maniac, going twice. Meme Maniac, going 3 times. All right, I'm bringing you down. Wait a minute. What's going on? Meme Maniac, are you talking? No? Okay. All right. Okay, Didi, because Meme Maniac did not speak, I'm going to bring up one more. Go ahead, Didi. You're the last one. Didi?
GM, Jenny. How are you?
Hi.
So it's quick question. What would happen if Brian Armstrong were in Trump cabinet? Is the Tetherball going to be listed in the Coinbase soon? If he's into the cabinet?
Who are you talking about?
It's I heard that today I think there is a talk about Trump going to appoint Brian Armstrong to be in the
Brian
cabinet.
Armstrong.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay,
Yes.
Brian Armstrong of Coinbase.
Yes.
No, you know what? If that's the case, that's good for cryptocurrency, because Brian Armstrong, of course, is Coinbase, and you guys know why. It's obviously I'm not pro Brian Armstrong, because there's many reasons why. 2 years ago, I was hacked. Okay, I was hacked both, and I've shared this before.
Yes. Yeah.
I was hacked both. I've lost 6 figures on both sides, Gemini and Coinbase. Gemini gave me back the money. Coinbase never did. Okay, so. And not just because of that I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off because Coinbase always tout how they are the leader of crypto. They protect retail investors. I just believe it's all talk. And you guys know that I don't like when people are all talk and no cigars. You got to do what you say you do. So, you know, I talk about Tetherball being listed on exchanges before, like Binance, Kraken, Gemini, even Coinbase, etc. And even smaller exchanges like Bitmark, Bitrue, okay, you guys get my point, right? All of these other exchanges. Eventually they do, you know, but I'm not looking forward for Coinbase to do it. Okay. Tetherball is gonna do it the same way as Bitcoin. What that means is organic. Okay. We're not gonna pay a bag to get listed, which I've talked about before with market makers and KOLs. We're not gonna pay a bag. Not only for market makers and KOLs do we pay front up money. Okay, like market makers or exchanges like Coinbase, you got to pay like $50,000 or $100,000 in cold cash. Cold cash would mean stablecoin USDC, or sometimes they would accept Ethereum or Bitcoin. But you also have to give them a bag of your token, which means besides, you know, like for example, say Coinbase would charge $100,000, so I would have to send them $100,000 worth of USDT or USDC, right? Then I probably have to give them like 3 to 5% of the total supply of Tetherball for them to dump. So you ask me, or I should ask you, why the fuck would I want to do that? Why? Why would I want to feed them? For what? so that they can just push up a little bit, so they could just dump the shit out of that token and then it dies forever, right? We wrote about this again in that analysis piece, in our Substack. When you go to Tetherball Substack, it's pinned. We wrote about market makers and exchanges. Okay, so we're not going to do that now. Bitcoin never done that. You know why? Because there's no Satoshi Nakamoto to pay any exchanges. So all of the exchanges ended up listing Bitcoin, right? Because Bitcoin, they make money with Bitcoin. So eventually, people will list Tetherball if they want to list it, because Tetherball goes up and they think they'll make money with Tetherball. That's what we call a grassroots movement, and that's what we call organic. Okay, Bitcoin is organic. All of these other cryptocurrencies that you see that get listed, like PEPE and Bonk and WIF, on these, they pay for it. They pay their way in. It's and so that's why you got to be careful when you trade these coins, because as soon as it's paid, just like Floki and Shiba Inu pay themselves in like 2 or 3 years ago, and look how long it's been dead. Dogecoin is organic because Dogecoin is truly decentralized. Okay, so when Dogecoin get listed, first it was listed by Robinhood. When I was into Dogecoin, only Robinhood had Dogecoin. And then Coinbase start listing it, Gemini start listing it, Kraken, everybody else start listing it. Okay, because everybody wants Dogecoin. So unless they want to lose that business, okay, they have to list Dogecoin. You guys get my point. Okay, so back to the rumors, or even if it's true that Donald Trump will get Brian Armstrong as a part of his administration, well, that's good, because why? Brian Armstrong did back Trump. Brian Armstrong, I don't think a lot though. They touted a lot. But together, the cryptocurrency space has this, what it's called, a PAC. A PAC is where, just like Elon Musk, he created a political PAC called America PAC or something like that. And Elon and a bunch of billionaires put into that PAC. Because again, this is not the part that I'm good at. Okay, you guys know me. When I'm good at something, I'm going to say it. When I'm not, I'm going to say it. This part I'm not good at. Okay, I'm still learning. And that is that when I was helping the Hillary Clinton campaign, okay, I had a maximum contribution. I believe it was like 3,000, and I believe it's still the same. So if I use my company and I could use another 3,000, so that's 6,000 I wanted to give. So everybody in America, it doesn't matter if you're a billionaire or if you're like an average person, if you want to support your political candidate, I believe there's a maximum per person that you can put, which is, I think it's 2 to 3,000. I believe it's 3,000. Okay. Unless if you create a PAC, it's called a super PAC. Okay. Through that PAC, all of the rules just change. Like Elon Musk, we all know that he put in like what, 140 million? Was that the number? So he put it in the PAC, okay? So there's a crypto PAC. There's a cryptocurrency super PAC. So the Gemini's twin put their money in there, or their Bitcoin. It's for Trump, okay? I know Brian Armstrong and Coinbase put their money in there, okay? One thing I do give Coinbase, though, is that because of Coinbase, they did help with the growth for cryptocurrency. I mean, they get the traditional finance to come in, But for every single one person who said that hey, you got to give Coinbase, some credits here, because Coinbase is the one that brought in a lot of traditional finance, because they always use Coinbase. I used to use Coinbase. I get that. But then here's the bad thing though. Damn it. Brian Armstrong is a gazillionaire. So he got paid for what he did. So don't be telling me that Coinbase did this, okay, without telling me that its founder and CEO already received billions. You understand my point? You got to put it on a scale. Okay, if you're telling me that Jenny, okay, well, fuck you, because Coinbase did a lot for the cryptocurrency space, but nobody's taking credit. Like Brian Armstrong is still a poor kid. He doesn't make any money because he worked his ass off for. Yeah, I'll roll out the fucking red carpet and I'll bow down to somebody. Okay, but don't be coming to me and saying that, oh, Coinbase did this, that, blah, 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 But look, the people behind Coinbase, the top C-suite, they made a ton of money from traditional finance, which when they took their company public. Where do you think they got their money? It's from dumping Coinbase stock. Where is that from? That's from traditional finance. So you see my point is, when you talk, you got to speak fairly, because otherwise I'm going to at you, and you could at me at any time. No problem. Come on my space and just at me. Okay. So Didi, so you get my point. Brian Armstrong being a part, okay, of the Trump administration or not, it's not relevant to Tetherball. Okay. Number one, Brian Armstrong, like Elon Musk, they have their own agenda when they're a part of it. They pay themselves in. This entire cryptocurrency space, I'm telling you guys one final time, and I've said this a lot, it's a paid to play kind of a game. Sometimes when you pay to play, okay, it's good. And sometimes when you pay to play, you still get fucked. Somebody write this quote for me, okay? How do I prove that? Sam Bankman-Fried of FTX. He paid to play all the time. And guess what? He is still fucked. He's in prison. Now, I did mention this before. When Trump is president, he has the ultimate power of pardon. I have a feeling, I'm going to save this particular space. I have a feeling, it's a hunch. Sam Bankman-Fried's parents, which they are well known from Stanford, they could get some help. I mean, they're rich people, to get their son out earlier. So Sam Bankman-Fried could get a pardon, okay? Trump is going to pardon all of those people from January 6th. They're all going to get out of prison. The people who, got put in prison for 5, 6, 7, 8 years and, that they raided the Capitol. You guys know what I'm talking about, January 6th, okay? I'm sure Trump is going to pardon them all, okay? Trump is probably going to pardon, what is that guy? He's very well known. Again, I'm so bad with names. He was put in prison for probably, 10 years now for being one of the first marketplace that sold illegal drugs online. I think you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Do you guys know? Yes, you do. I forgot his name, but he's been in prison now. I know the Bitcoin community is very pro him. If you guys Google it, okay? A crypto guy in prison. I can't Google it right now. I'm talking, okay? So I think, but he's very well known. He's always a speaker, but through through tweets or audio or whatever it is. Not tweets, yeah. Everybody's rooting for people to release him, okay? So I like for Trump to release him. I think that guy, he's a cool guy. I mean, I'm not saying cool, but of course, I think if he's already been in prison for 10 years for launching a dark web e-commerce to sell like illegal drugs, I think that was why he was in prison. I think 10 years should be sufficient for him to get out. So if Trump pardons him, I think that's cool, okay? So Didi, for Tetherball, exchanges, regardless if it's Coinbase or not, or all of the other ones, even Binance, they are going to list us when there's a FOMO, okay? When Tetherball is everywhere, and mark my words, it's gonna be, okay? These exchanges will have to list Tetherball because all exchanges, their bottom line is to make money. And if a cryptocurrency is popular, everybody wants it, okay? But right now, it's very easy to buy Tetherball. You don't have to have a Coinbase anymore, okay? It's we have a video, 3 videos you could buy and swap Tetherball using Radium, Dex Screener, and even Phantom itself, because everybody has Solana, right? So you don't need Coinbase to own Tetherball, okay? So eventually people are gonna list us, so I'm not waiting for that day. I'm sure that day is gonna happen, but it's irrelevant, Didi, regardless if Brian Armstrong is a part of Trump's administration or not. What is relevant is that, as I was saying in this space, again, take a copy of this space, okay? I did say it already, that under Trump, I'm going to repeat one more time, okay? It's going to be the Wild Wild West because it's going to be all deregulated and it is going to be the best 4 years for crypto because they're all going to be on crypto. Think about it. Think about it. It's common sense, people. I'm saying the words that people don't want to say, okay, is that cryptocurrency are easier to be manipulated because there are no rules and regulation. And even under Trump, he's going to deregulate it even more, okay? So therefore, the next 4 years should be the best 4 years for everyone, all of you guys, not just Trump, okay? To make a shitload of money from crypto because they all going to pump their bags, okay? And if you don't make money within this next 4 years, you either A, hanging around with the wrong group, listening to stupid people, okay? Or B, you just don't know what the fuck you're doing, okay? So, Didi, I hope that helps, but I'm going to save this space. Meme Maniac, are you back? I'm going to let you if you're back. If not, we're going to go. Triller, I saw you snuck up there for a request. I'm going to grant you, and you'll be the last one. So I'm going to bring Meme Maniac down. Didi, I'm going to bring you down. And then Triller, you're the last one. Oh, Triller's gone. Okay. Meme Maniac, okay, go for it. Meme Maniac going once. Meme Maniac going twice. Meme Maniac going 3 times. All right. I think you just have back connection. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. We have been here since 1 o'clock. So that's about 2 hours. And I'm super tired. There's still a lot of things I got to do. I want to thank Peg. I want to thank everybody in our community. Omar, I saw your DMs. I haven't read it yet. Jen, I love Jen. We're like sisters from different mothers. And everybody, Giant Judge, I saw you try to be a speaker there. So I'm not sure what happened. Achira and everybody. Sean, I know you hop in at the end. Didi, great question. And of course, Dave and everybody else. I can't read them all. Thank you, everybody. Have a good Monday. We have a live stream with Kuan-Ning tomorrow morning. It's a great space. We're interviewing a venture capitalist, okay, a VC. So tune in and tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And that's it. All right. Have a great day, everybody. And we will talk to you next time. Thank you. Take care. Bye.